Hey friends, welcome back. Now we are going to continue our MERN stack series. This is our e-commerce project, and in this video we are going to take a step towards our Flipkart clone. So here is the original website. So here is the original website, right? But before starting working on the front end of the application, some of you has complained about about the back end of the system, like they are able to create products or categories as a user, not as an admin. So I checked it and it is working fine, but I will also show you it is working or not. So here is the our postman. Okay, let's see from the postman it's working or not. Close it and close it. So here is our product API localhost colon 2000 API product for select create. Before let's log in, right? So here is our customer API, and some of you are saying they are able to create categories or products with the customer ID, right? So and it is like impossible. So let me show you how. Here is our API forward slash sign in. So just remember this API forward slash sign is for the customers, and when I'm adding admin forward slash sign in, now it is for the admins, not for the customer, right? So let's close this and first try with the customer login. Let's see, are we able to create the categories or products? So here is our header, here is our body, and this is email. Okay, this is the customer 123 at the rate webscript.info. So this is a registered customer. Okay, and I'm sending a request towards this API forward slash sign in. You can see it clearly, right? So API forward slash sign in. Now let's send the request, and definitely I have to run my backend also. I'm not running it. You're if you're not running your backend, then you'll get this could not get any response. That is actually the 404 error. So let's go to the application MERN Ecommerce, and let's open this in the git bash. Let's increase the font size so you can see better. And here our MERN backend, and now let's start our system. npm start. Okay, it's running, server is running, and let's see, wait and wait. So here it is running on the port 2000 and database also connected. Okay, that is fine. Now let's try to log in again, and here you can see I have logged in successfully, and now I have also got my token. So this is what I'm going to use to create the product, as you are saying, like you are able to create products with the customer API, customer credentials, right? So here let's start with a category. Okay, so here we have headers, and let's replace this token. This is the old token, and let's paste over here. So this is a customer token, right? And now let's go to the body of the application. Here we have name, and here we have a name like baby and kids. Definitely I have this, I don't have this baby and kids. So this is the name, baby and kids. You can take any one of them, men, women, baby and kids, home and furniture, sports, flights, offer zone, anything. So let's take the example of baby and kids. Okay, now let's send the request. I'm not selecting the parent ID and category image. Okay, now let's send the request, and you can see I've got a message that is S. It should be admin. So admin access denied. Okay, so I'm not an admin, so I cannot access it. That is access denied. And now I can also correct my spelling. So let's go to the admin app source folder, and where is the controller? So here we have controllers, and I tried to, sorry, this is admin front end application. We have to go in the backend source. Let's go to the controller, and here is our category. Here we try to create the categories, right? And we have got admin access, and this is the add category controller, and this is we are calling from the routes. And here you can see the category.js, and here we have this API category forward slash create, and it has two middleware, that is the require sign in and admin middleware. So definitely here we are checking the user who is trying to create category is an admin or not, right? Now next is let's check our admin middleware index.js, and here is our admin middleware, and here is our message as admin access denied. So let's correct it. Let's save it, and it's clear like we cannot create the categories if we are not an admin, right? Also let's check the product if you try to create the product. So here we have cart and here we have add to cart. Sorry, not this one. Oh, where is the product, boy? Find it. Product, and here we have product. Let's add a header. So let's remove this old token first, paste the newly created token that belongs to the customer body, and now let's try to create it. Send, and again you can see the same message, admin access denied, and that's because of the same concept. You can check, here we have products, and here we have controller create product, and that we are calling from the routes. So that is again in the product.js file, and here we have product create. We are checking like the user is logged in or not. It may be a customer or it may be a admin, but next middleware is admin middleware, which confirms he is not a admin, so he cannot create it. That's working fine, guys. So that's what you were asking me, like you are able to create and you can check it's working fine. So I will just say check your code, review your code, watch the video again and correct it. Next, one more thing you can correct, that is you can check in the controller again, admin, and here you have auth.js, and from the beginning username I have added as math.random.toString, so numbers can't be the username. So here definitely we need to add a username. Okay, so username is nothing but just a combination of alphabets or numbers. You can say like ABC 1 2 3, anything is fine, right? So here you have two options. You have email address of the user. You can split the email address from the symbol, and you can take the first part of the email as a username. Another option you can use, we have a library already installed in this system, that is the short ID, right? Short ID, and you can require it, short ID, and you can also create the username with the short ID, right? That is going to be the unique. So short ID I can say here, and here I'm gonna say short ID. So instead of number here I'm going to stick a short ID, right? Short ID. Here it is actually short ID dot generate. So it is going to generate short ID for that we are going to use as a username, right? So that is unique. And also you can add in the auth.js for the customer. So let's remove math.random.toString from here, and here we can say short ID dot generate, and it is going to generate a short ID that we are going to use as a username, right? So here we have short ID, that is fine. Now let's save and hope this is fine. Also, one of you asked me about the role, he or she, I don't remember the name, but he said like he's not able to get the role in the response, right? So actually it might be a problem with the controller again. So here you can see auth.js, right? At the time of sign up process, at the time of login, okay, that is the sign in, right? In this time, what I'm doing over here, I'm creating a token online number 55 zero sign, and here I'm using ID, right? That is from the database user._id, and also I'm adding role in this payload, right? So this is first part is the payload for the token, right? So I'm using two information, one is the user ID and another one is the role. That's why I'm able to access role because I'm getting token from the request, so I can decode the token and I can get the ID as well as I can get the role. That is fine, right? So this is how it worked. So those who is not getting role, please check this part, please check this token, are you creating it properly or not? So that's it. Hopefully this will clear all of your doubts. Okay, fine. So here we have done, let's close this and close this, And now let's go to the terminal, and let's increase the font size so you can see better. So as I said, we are going to take a step towards our original website. So that is the Flipkart, and we are in this series we are trying to create the clone of the Flipkart, right? So let's create the application, front-end application for the Flipkart. So here I can see I have three different folders, right? One for the admin app. So this is the front end of the admin application. That is okay, we're not going to touch it. Another folder is e-commerce front end. So as I thought, I'm gonna use this folder for the front end of the application, front end of the e-commerce, and this is reserved for the back end of the system. So right, so let's remove this e-commerce front end folder because this is an empty folder. As you can navigate and you can see here we have e-commerce front end and it is totally blank, ls it is nothing, right? So I'm going to delete this folder and I will create a new name. So we'll say first rm, that means remove rf and e-commerce front end, and it is removed. Now I have only two folders and I will create a new React application for the front end for the e-commerce website, right? So here I'm going to say npx create React app. This is the command to create a React project, right? And here I'm going to say Flipkart clone, right? So npx create React app Flipkart clone, and let's hit enter. Yarn is another node manager tool that you can use that is much faster, better, and a lot better. So from the next project we'll add Yarn and we'll use Yarn, right? So guys, after a long time this project installation is completed. Okay, it went through a long process and it took a lot of time to complete, and finally it is completed. So now we have three different folders. One is Flipkart clone, that is our front end e-commerce website project, right? So let's navigate to the project folder Flipkart clone. So here we are already familiar with the React. We have already worked with the admin applications, right? We know almost everything, right? So here what we are going to do, we are first going to install a few libraries which are very mandatory, right? So we'll install npm install hyphen save, and here we're going to install react hyphen router hyphen tom redux, that is for the state management, react hyphen redux hyphen thunk, right? So react router dom redux react redux thunk axios for API calls. What else? And react router dom redux thunk axios. Okay, hopefully for now this is enough. Okay, let's install all of these libraries. Okay, so now all of them is installed. React router installed, redux installed, thunk is installed, react redux, axios, everything installed. Now let's go to the project folder, and here we have Flipkart clone. So this is our newly created project, that is Flipkart clone, and let's open this project. Okay, then we have the same architecture like admin app, so you can compare everything the same because both are React application, right? Few things I'm going to import over here, but before import, let's run our Flipkart clone. Okay, so here we have our project folder, and let's type npm start so it will run. So by default it is running on the port 3000. As you can see, it is localhost port 3000, right? So this is the default page of React, and let's go and edit everything, right? So here I'm gonna say src, that's a Flipkart project front end, and here we have app.js. Okay, now let's remove this header because it is not required. Let's save. Also remove this logo svg file, right? Save, and also delete this logo svg file, right? Oh man, what is happening? Now let's delete, and it got deleted. Next we have okay, app.test. You can delete this test file also because we are not doing any kind of testing. So app.js over here, and now let's save, and you can see right now we have blank input, a page, and I'm going to copy some of the files from admin application because that is going to be the same. So here is our admin application, and here is our source folder of admin application, and let's copy this actions folder. Copy, we are definitely not going to use everything, but we'll definitely delete it. So action copy, select action and press Control and also select helpers, reducer, and store, and URL config also, right? URL config, and hopefully this is enough, right? Now let's copy these 5 things, copy, and now let's close this src, close this admin app, and paste inside src folder of Flipkart clone. So let's paste over here, and here you can see admin, we have got actions, we have got helpers, we have got reducers, we have got store. Also I'm going to delete most of the almost everything. So here we have auth actions, we have initial data action, we have order action, we have product action, we have user.action. So to delete all of these 5, I'm gonna keep only category right now, because that is one thing I'm going to create right now. So the category.actions.js, and this is get all category, right? This is a normal API call. Add category is also not required, so you can remove it from here. And also let's go from let's again action. Here we are going to remove things like which are not in we are not using right now, right? So you can remove. See, so here we have constants also, and we don't need all of these things right now. So let's remove, and let's remove, right? Save. Okay, index.js, that is fine. Helpers xcs.js, this is also fine. And reducer, we have auth reducer, so let's delete auth reducer, order reducer, product reducer, user reducer. So let's delete all of this, move to recycle bin. And here we have category.actions, in reducer we have okay, we have category.reducer.js, that is for the management state. And here we have index.js file. So let's remove order reducer, and auth user and product reducer, right? Save, and let's remove this also. Okay, save. So right now we are going to only deal with the categories, right? Because that is one of the challenging thing in the front end of the e-commerce website, right? Here we have store, that is fine. And okay, let's in the src we are going to create a folder that is for the component. So we'll create a folder, components. So here we'll create different components, and here we have app.js file. Okay, now let's go to the index.js file and import the provider, right? So we are going to connect a store with the application, right? So we'll say provider from react hyphen redux, right? And we also need the store, so import store from, that is from the store. And also let's create a window object, window store equals to store. And now let's wrap your component, your application, that is provider. And now let's take this react application inside the provider, and here pass the store as an argument, right? Save, and this is connected right now. Okay, so this is done, and let's go to the app.js, that is fine. Okay, what I'm missing, store I have added, right? Reducer we already have. Let's go to the application and let's check inspect console, and you can check the Windows Store get state, and here we have only the category, right? So this is what we have only. We have deleted all of the file which is not required, right? Now we have to make a call to get the categories. Okay, now let's create a container folder also. So this is the components, and inside the src we're going to create a containers folders, that is for the pages, different pages, containers. And so here we are going to create a folder that is for the home page, right? So here we'll create a folder. This time we'll create the word So this time we will create pages, home page, right? Not just home, because it is kind of helpful to identify the pages, right? And inside this we're going to create an index.js file, and here we are going to create an RFC component. So that's a React component, and here we can say the home page. And now let's remove this text, or let's keep it right now over here, and import this home page in the app.js file, right? So here we're going to say home page, and it is imported from the containers. Now let's check, and you can see we have home page. Also remove this app, or remove the content of this app.css file which is not required, right? And here you go, save it, app, and this is home page over here, right? Now let's go to the components folder and create a header. So we'll create a header first. Now we'll create a file index.js inside the header. As well, we'll create a style.css file for the header, right? That's for header. Here RFC again for the header, and here we can say the header, save. Let's import the style.css in the header first, so we can code CSS, right? Style.css, here you can say save, and let's go to the style.css. So first we are going to create a header, and here we are going to give a class name that is for header, right? So header, and now let's remove this content. This is empty header. Style.css, here we are going to say header, width is going to be 100%, height is going to be 56 pixel. That's the Flipkart blue color header, right? And we are going to say width, height, background color definitely. So you can search for the background color, you can navigate to the page, you can inspect, and you can find the background color. So simply we have, you don't need to touch anything. Here we have element.style. You can write any kind of a style. So we'll say the color, and we'll just say anything. Any color is fine. You can select or click on this color. It will give you a picker, right? With this picker, you can select a color. Here I have selected, and this is the code. So this is a hex code for the color. Let's copy, and let's paste over here, right, with a hash symbol. Save. Now let's go, and here it is blank. So we have to import this header also in the page, right? Home page, index.js. Let's remove this home page, and here we're going to say header, right? That's it. And you can see we have got same background color header, right? So I'm not going to work on the header. The challenging part in this front end application is this let me remove this. So the challenging part of this front end application is this navigation, right? This drop down. You can see you can create this header. It's not a big deal. Everything is just plain and clear. This is a list of products in the couple of rows, right? That's it. Couple of text. Everything is simple. Only the difficult and challenge is this subheader, right? And you can see this is the subheader. This is a parent, electronics, TV, appliance, main. This is a parent. It has a children, mobiles, then it has mobile accessories, laptops, speaker, desktops. Again, this mobile has some children's like MI, Realme, Samsung, and this is only you can see when you are going to hover over the electronics, TV, appliances, men, right? So you can see like that. So here some of you keep on asking me about the source code of the project, right? So those who are facing difficulties and problems, they can find the source code in my website webscript.info, right? And once they are logged in, or they can check in the recent tab also. So here is the recent tab, and here is the MERN stack project e-commerce website source code CUT project. You can click on this, and here you can find two different links. One is the backend source code, that's for the backend, and one is the admin app source code. That is the two right now over here. I will add this Flipkart also but till now this is the two, and till today what we have written, that is you can find in this GitHub link. So here I would recommend like do not copy or download this source code directly and use it. I would suggest you to watch the videos, every video is step by step. It will help you to learn a lot of things, because sometimes it is easy to copy and download, but you cannot get everything at once, right? So I will recommend you to watch it step by step. It will help you to improve your coding standard, improve your coding style, and a lot of things, right? So that's it. You can get it from here. And also I have created a component that definitely after this video a lot of you will ask me, give me the source code of the dropdown, right? Because this dropdown I'm going to create in this video, right? So for that I have already created the this post, and you can copy this if you want. So this is the simple component. This is the index file of the component, index.js file, and that's the name is menu header. So this is the component, and this is the style sheet for that header. This is again a simple thing, not a big deal, right? So okay, that's it. And here we have let's start our coding. So those who wants to code, okay, wants to follow me, they can start following. So let me close here, you can close it, right? So here we have header, and next we are going to create a subheader. So containers or menu header, right? So here we are going to create a menu header component. Menu header, inside this we're going to create a file index.js and style.css, right? The same thing, repeat RFC, that's for component. Menu header, that is because of plugin we are using. Import, and here you can say the style.css, right? So that's CSS. Save, and hopefully it is going to work. Save, and this is let's give it a class name, that is the menu header, right? Or you can give it like that, menu header. Save. So let's go to the style.css file and write menu header. So that is I believe width, again let's check, 100%, that is not a problem. Height is 40 pixel, that I know, I have already checked it, 40 pixel. And background, again it is going to be a white color, right? And the background white color, and there is some border bottom, let's apply it. Okay, border bottom 1 pixel, solid hash CCC, right? Let's go and let's check. Okay, we have to import this component. So let's go to the home page, and after the header let's import menu header, right? And let's save it. So that's again from the component header, menu header, and you can see we have got this something similar, right? I believe something similar, I'm not saying exactly, so don't say in the comment section it does not seem like that. So here we have this after all this is a clone, not original website, right? So here we have this options like that. And now next also it needs some shadow, drop shadow, right? That you can give box hyphen shadow. So here we have give 0, that is x-axis, the shadow will move in, shadow will not move in the x-axis. Then it is going to be 2 pixel, little downward in the y-axis, and again 2 pixel, that's kind of blur effect, and minus 2 pixel, that's for the solidness, or you can think of anything, right? Has 333, that's a color. Let's go, and you can see what we have right now over here. Okay, so this is how this is our the sub or menu header, you can say. Now let's fetch the categories, right? So here we have menu header, and here we have to import few things. So again I'm going to move towards my admin application, admin app, sarc folder, and let's go to the containers, and here we have category index.js file, right? And you can see here we have categories. So this is create categories, no. So here I'm going to copy this function. Okay, so this is a recursive function, and you know the implementation, I have already described it in the admin application, right? So let's copy, and now let's go to the Flipkart clone and src and components. Okay, what have done, containers, we have header, but where is my menu header? Okay, sorry, it should be inside the component, right? So let's move this, move, that is fine, menu header and home page. Now home page is only in the containers. Here we have move index, and now let's paste the function. So that is here, render categories, and here we are going to format this document. Now let's remove the space. Okay, also we need to add the use state and use effect. So let's create const category equals to use it's a use state, it's use selector, right? And here I'm going to say state dot category, right? And now let's import the use selector from the React Redux, from the Redux, actually from React Redux. And here I'm going to say use selector, right? Save. Also we need to import this dispatch, so we can dispatch an action, use dispatch, that's it. And now let's create a use effect. Okay, that an arrow function with a second parameter array, so that will run only once after the render. And here we are going to create we are going to dispatch an action, so we'll say dispatch, and now we have to get all the categories, right? So we'll say get all categories, that is our action, right? You can say get all, and I'm not getting it, so let's see actions constants, that is fine. Create that is get all categories, we already have index.js, that is fine. Let's manually import it, so import from, and here you can find the actions. Okay, and I'm going to say get all category, right? Now let's pass the function get all category. Hopefully it is gonna give categories, right? So this is render function, that is okay. And let's go to the home page index. Okay man, something wrong, right? Home page, what I've done actually, okay, homepage index.js, here we have menu header, that is from the components. So let's copy this, because I just moved menu header, right, from the containers to the component, right? Fine. So let's check. So now here we have everything is fine, and we have got the response also. Let's clear the console. Now check the store, and here categories, and we have got our categories, that is okay, right? Now let's go to the menu header again, and here we are going to create a UL tag, right? And we are going to render the categories, right? So we'll say category dot categories dot length. If it is more than 0, then obviously we have categories, right? So we'll use our render function, render categories, and we'll say category dot categories, else it is going to be null, so nothing. And here you can see what we have got. So we have got our list of categories with some spaces and all, right? Because of that, this height got increased, and we are gonna remove these things, right? So let's go, and let's go to the style.css, and here we're gonna say menu header, and we have UL inside the menu header, right? And here we are gonna say, so when I'm saying arrow, it means it's a direct child, and I don't want direct child, I want all the ULs inside the menu header. So I'm gonna say less style none, and margin is going to be 0 for all the ULs, padding is going to be 0 for all the ULs, right? And you can see we have got a normal, it is not normal, but you can see it's like linear, right? And now I'm going to apply something. So now so all the ULs will be list style none, margin padding 0. Next we have next we want to target the direct child, not all the ULs. So menu header and UL, that means only this UL, not every UL, right? And here we are going to say that is going to be display, and we're going to say flex, right? So it is going to be in raw, not the vertically stacked, right? So here you can see we have got something like that. So this is the first one, electronics. Second one, sports, books and more, men, women, home and furniture, all right. Next here we're going to say margin from top and bottom 0, from left right 50 pixel, right? And you can see it moved a little bit. And then we have also, I'm going to apply position relative. That's because I'm going to work on some of the children's like LIs and all with the position absolute. That's why I'm applying position relative. Okay, next we have menu header UL, and right, so let's save this, and this is as it is, right? Next we have menu header again, then UL. Inside the UL you can see this is the complete UL. Inside the UL we have LI, and in the LI we have this electronic stack. So we are going to also improve our code of improve our component code, right? So you can go to the index.js, and here you can see we are writing directly category name. So instead of writing directly category name, as you can see in the Flipkart clone, this electronics is not clickable. When you hover, you'll see some children's, and that you can click and you can navigate to the different page. But this electronics, TV appliance, men, women, it is not clickable. You can try. See, it is not, I'm clicking, but it is not navigating anywhere. It's just for show purpose. You can hover it, you can see the list, and you can then click. So I'm going to do the same thing. Here we have category name. So here I'm going to say, I will first check like if parent exists or not. So I will say simply category dot parent ID. So if parent ID if parent ID exists, it means it is not parent, it belongs to some parent, right? Because it has parent ID, it belongs to someone. Next we are gonna say so that's the children, and here we're gonna say anchor tag href, and that is going to be again category dot slug. That's for like / electronics / Samsung and all. And here we're gonna say this category dot name, right? So let's copy, cut from here and paste over here. Else case, we're gonna say, in the else case we'll simply say span and with the category name, right? So we'll say category dot name. Okay, that's it. So here we're gonna remove the space. Let's save this and let's see the final output. And you can see because of the A tag, everything is in the blue color with the underline. That's because of anchor tag default behavior. And you can check the list. So here we have got UL, and then we have list of LIs, and then inside the LIs we have a span with the key like electronics, and then a span has some UL which again has two LIs, that is mobiles and that is laptop, right? Again mobiles has some more LIs like anchor tag like mobiles, and then it has UL with list of different brands, MIs, Samsung and all, right? You can check here. So let's go and code style these things. So here I'm gonna say menu header, then we have UL, and inside the UL we have LI, that is the direct, and inside the LI we have span, right? LI we have span, and here we're going to say display block, display block. We're going to say line height. So line height will be exactly same like the height of the subheader, so that is 40 pixel. Save, and you can see the result. So it is exactly in the center of this header. And next thing we're going to say cursor, that is pointer, and you can hover, you'll see the hand symbol. Next we're going to say margin, or maybe the padding is better. Padding from top and bottom 0, from left right it is going to be 20 pixel, and here you can see it has 20 pixel space, and now everything is separated, right? And also give it a font size. So the font size is going to be 14 pixel. That is the default actually, so it is not gonna see, yeah, so 14 pixel here, and that is fine. Next we are going to have color. If you hover this, you can see the different colors. So let's copy and paste. If you hover over the span, then we're going to see different text color, right? That is going to be, let's copy from the header style. Let's copy this color code. Let's go to the style menu header and paste over here. Save. Now you can see we are hovering and we are seeing the colors, right? Men, women, and it is working fine. Now next we have in this li, that is an span. In this li also we have a ul, and that ul you can see mobiles, this is again list, laptops and all, right? So let's go and let's create menu header ul li, and here we till this li it is an electronics, you can think of like that. And again we have ul, and here what we are going to say, position absolute, right? Position absolute, and you can see no change at all, but it is going to help you something, right? You can see the width. Okay, forget the width. And here let's first apply the background color so you can see how it is gonna look in the initial step. So let's say the background, I like the funky colors, it is gonna give you something like that. So background is ul like that. Now you can see it is position absolute, right? And you can apply left, that is going to be 0, and everything you can see the merged, because if you see electronics is starting from just left side, TV appliance also starting from the left side, everything, whatever the menu you're selecting, everything is starting from the left side, it is not just below the men, right? Next we have next thing what we have to do, left 0, we can also give a right 0, so it will be a big white big red flat drop down, so it is going to look like that. So here you can see it is going to look like that, and everything is just merged with each other right now. So you can see the effect when we are going to hover, and we'll make this display block, right? Display none, you can see the display, and that is going to be none, and it is not visible, right? Next what we are going to do, we are going to hover the li. So let's copy this, and here you can see li, and if you hover over the li, then we are going to display this ul block, right? Next here we're going to say the display, and it's going to be block. And here the magic, electronics, men, topware, bottomware, women, home and furniture, kitchen, cookware and serveware, right? So this is fine, right? Let's make it beautiful, right? So here in the electronics ul we have li's. Okay, so again I'm gonna make this display block for now until we finish this code, right? So here let's refresh, and it is visible, right? So we are going to make we are going to give little space, we are going to make this kitchen cookware just aligned with electronics, right? So let's go and let's copy this ul, right? And let's paste over here. So ul we have li inside the ul, and here we're going to say margin from top and bottom 0, from left right, that is 20 pixel, and it is like that. So it is exactly same aligned. Next we have a tag inside the li, right? So li we have a tag inside the li, and we're going to say the font weight, that is going to be bold, and you can see it is bold. Okay, except it is kitchen cook, it is bold actually, that shouldn't work, it is not actually the expected one, so that's the problem. li and a tag, right? So we have li and then we have a tag, right? Okay, that is actually worked. If you make this ul none, then you can see the difference. Hover and you can see the mobiles and laptops are bold, but Samsung, Realme and are the children of mobile, so it is not bold. That's the difference, right? And next what you can do, you can take this li again and copy this here, right? So ul, and this electronics has a ul which has two children, mobiles and laptops, right? So I'm gonna, if you see the actual design, so electronics has children's, and that is actually from the moving from left to right. So mobiles, and the next side we have mobile accessories, then next side we have laptops, like that. So I'm gonna make it float left, right, and see our design. So it is like that. So mobiles is one and laptop is the another one, and you can see the other things, right? And that is fine. And here you can see that main thing: men top wear, bottom wear; women home and furniture, kitchen cookware. Next what we are gonna do, anchor tag, and we'll also copy this, and here not the direct children of li, but all the a tag inside the li. Here we're gonna say what we're gonna say, font weight is not bold, but we're gonna say margin or the padding from top and bottom 10 pixels, right? From left right 0. Electronics, and it worked or not? Okay, this is anchor tag li is not going to work. It's because it's an inline element. We have to make display blocks, so then padding or margin will work. And you can see the difference, right? It is too much. Let's give it 5, and now it is fine. Or hopefully you can also change this to up to 2 or 3. That would be great. And also make this display block, right? And you can give it a font hyphen size of 12 pixel. The parent one is 14, just for the remember. And here you can see what we have, like that. Also make the text decoration none, text hyphen decoration, or you can just remove it from here. You can only apply right here, font size 12, text hyphen decoration, text decoration none, color is going to be hashtag 707070. And here you can see some results, but that is not looking good. Let's remove the background red or make it white. And here is the final result. So this, we are actually a little bit close to the actual design, right? And here you can apply something like ul. Here you can see the border 1 pixel, solid hash CCC, and here you can see a kind of close, right? Men, women. So here we have list. If you add more list, then it is gonna look more better, right? You can also increase the width of the li text. So you can say mobile, Samsung, or you can increase the width. So let's increase. So there ul, and then we have li, right? So actually this one ul, and then li, this li we're hovering, we're displaying a ul, and then yeah, correct, this one. So here we're going to say minimum width. It could be maximum, but minimum width will be 200 pixel, right? And you can see the difference, or 150. You can find the difference in code, right? 150 pixel, and here you can see it is like close. Okay, so here we have mobile, Samsung. Mobile is just bold, and the rest of the children's is kind. And just for your information, just don't make more children's, right? Right now I have electronics, that's a super parent. Again, in the electronics I have mobiles, that's the children of electronics. And in the mobiles we have some more children's like the Samsung, Realme, iPhone, Vivo, Infinix and all. Don't create more children's, like don't create the children of Samsung or children of iPhone, because it is going to break your UI totally, right? Then it is not going to work at all. So you have to keep it like minimum 3 levels. electronics 1, mobiles 2, Samsung, Realme, and all are the same, so that is the 3. So don't make it more than that. If you see here, this is also like that. It is not more than 3: electronics, mobiles, and then it has children, mobile accessories, footwears, and all. So it has the children. Don't make it more than that. Otherwise you are going to break your UI. So this is how our subcategories, guys. If you add more items, then you can make it more beautiful. You can code it, and you can find those. So the important thing here is, like, some of you may not understand the code I have written right now for this subcategories: mobiles, laptop, men, women, right? So that's for them. I have added the source code in my web page, so that I will show you. And like, it's all need your knowledge and experience, right? Then you can create things easily, and you can check the website. So webscript.info and recent tab, or after, you can only see the recent tabs content for 10 days, I believe, because I think I coded like that. So here we have this URLs you can find in the feed also. So if you go down, down, and down, and down, so this is the post I've created. And here you can see flat e-commerce drop-down menu React component. You can open it over here, and you can find the same source code. You can copy, you can paste, and you can use it, right? So there is no difference, everything is same. So guys, I believe this is a very important, good, and very knowledgeable video. If you think so, let me know in the comment section, or let me know your opinion in the comment section. What do you think about this video? So guys, I believe this is one of the most important thing in this front-end application, because this is the one thing, the nested categories and handling of these things is kind of difficult. And here you can see the rest of the thing is just lots of components, right? So you can see there are slider components, there are deals of the day component, offers component, different brands, logos, mobiles, just like lots of components, small, large, different kinds of component, right? And rest of the thing is easy, you can create, right? But this is one of the difficult thing and challenging thing which I have created over here. You can learn it, you can follow it, and just don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Bye bye.